Hi, I'm Michelle, and I'm inviting you to Wake Up and Live. And today I want to talk about some of the patterns that we can see in our lives, specifically patterns that we can see in our homes. Now, some people, they are very in tune with the patterns in their bodies, and so they'll notice a pattern, something is going on in their body, and then will notice it somewhere else in their life. And some people tune into their relationships, and they notice something going on in their relationship, and they can apply it to everything in their life. Some people can do that with money. I found all of them very hard for me. All of these areas were things that were very in my face and very personal. It was like too close to what was going on for me to actually use them to see what was going on in other areas. And so I actually started using my home, because even though my home was very much about me and what was going on with me, it was something I could kind of be a little more separated from and more of an observer about. And so I started looking at my home. And just today, I actually was paying attention to a problem that I've been experiencing in my home. And I kind of forgotten that I was doing this pattern thing, because I kind of have left doing energy healing on homes for a while. And I've been focusing on soul healing. And so I have kind of stopped looking at the patterns in my home. But I saw some little creepy crawlies. We have an infestation of cockroaches. Yay! So exciting. So exciting. There's so much you can learn from them, right? So much you can learn from every little thing that happens in your life and every big thing that happens in your life. And for me, I remembered to look at the patterns. And another experience I have of infestation is I think, there's no proof, but I think I've been experiencing candida, which is also an infestation of all those micro whatevers in my gut. Okay. So I've noticed, I was like, oh, hey, there's a pattern there. And then I got thinking about it. I'm like, okay, where else in my life am I experiencing this? Am I experiencing it in my money? Am I experiencing it in relationships? And I do have a relationship, and I noticed that I feel like I'm invaded sometimes by people and by their energy. I feel like sometimes I'm invaded by people's negative talk and things like that. And I guess in a lot of ways, because of my debt income ratio is pretty bad, I'm invaded by debt. So I have this concept of invaded that shows up everywhere. And so now I can look at that. I'm like, oh, I feel invaded. And then I can do the energy work and the belief work on that, so that I can choose to reverse that. And instead of feeling invaded, I can feel like I'm protected and that I'm safe. And whatever other things come up, because I actually haven't done the energy work on it, so I don't know what beliefs support me. So that's something you can do in your own home. You can look at the patterns. If you notice you have something going on, you can identify it in your home, and then you can start looking at it, how it applies to other areas of your life. And I have done this with many things. I have also taken and kind of assigned, if you will, a chakra for each room. I intuitively just asked what room or spaces, rooms could be more than one, is associated with the root chakra, and what one is associated with the sacral chakra, and what's associated with the solar plexus chakra. And I would do that with each one, and I would write out a list so I knew which rooms. And then I look at some of the things going on in the room, or what I thought or felt about those rooms, and I would look at how those applied with the chakra. And I also did this with subjects. And so I'd be like, okay, what room represents money? And I had a room, and I was like, okay, what's going on in that room? Well, in that room that was representing money, I had my son, who was married. I had all of his stuff, like a whole bunch of his stuff, like probably had 9 or so totes, maybe even more, of his stuff in my room. And so his stuff was in my money situation. And that's how I felt about money. I was like, I feel like other people's beliefs are creating my money experience. And that doesn't mean it's a true thing, but that's what I was feeling and believing and experiencing. I was able to look at that. I was able to do the energy work around it, change my beliefs about it, and no longer was feeling that effect. And my son's stuff is no longer here. He's taken it home. Some interesting things, one more experience to kind of explain this and how it works is my son was frustrated with something. He was frustrated with his job situation. So I asked him what room represented that for him. And he came up with a room in his apartment. And he then started to say it was really interesting because they had actually cleaned up the room the same day he was getting some clarity about his job. Some things came to light in his job. And so the same morning that they finished cleaning up, he had this experience at work. But he felt like things were kind of hidden. There was something else going on there. And he thought about it and he's like, oh, we haven't cleaned the closet. It was like we kind of hid everything in the closet. Just like he felt like something was hidden under everything in his room. He cleaned out his closet. He's no longer working at that job. He's now actually in a job that he absolutely loves, and he's continually progressing. He feels like he's in something that he would do for a very long time, and it's pretty powerful. And it was all like he didn't make the connections, but when I did it, he was able to share that experience with me of the connections and how cool that is. So you can ask yourself, what room in my house represents a specific area of your life or a chakra or something like that. And you can notice the patterns and make some changes and shift the energy around and create a new experience. So that is some fun things that you can do to help create change in your experience, address your beliefs, and start manifesting what you want because you're getting some crap out of the way. Yay! Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like it and share it and comment. Let me know some patterns you've noticed in your life, in your experience. And remember, I do daily videos, a lot of them about creating and manifesting, changing our vibrations, changing our beliefs, and letting your soul shine. And I do daily videos. I can talk. Daily videos. You can subscribe, click the notification bell so that you know I've uploaded a new one. And remember to let your soul shine live, and I will see you tomorrow. I can turn this off.